Hello, in lecture number 2 of turn on and turn off method of thyristor, these are some outlines of lecture number 2. First one is the SCR turn on methods. We already studied that in lecture number first. There are three methods are studied already here. First one is the forward voltage triggering method. Second one is the thermal triggering method, and third one is the radiation or light triggering or illumination triggering method. Now we will study in this lecture dv by dt triggering and gate triggering. First one, what is the meaning of dv by dt triggering? In the forward blocking state, the junction J1 and J3 are forward bias and J2 is the reverse bias. So see here, during the forward bias condition, positive terminal of battery is connected to anode and negative terminal of battery is connected to cathode. Due to this, the J1 junction is the forward bias junction. J1 junction is the forward bias junction and J3 junction is also a forward bias junction. J3 junction is also a forward bias junction and J2 junction is the reverse bias junction. J2 junction is the reverse bias junction. So in J2 junction, in the forward blocking state, the junction J1 and J3 are forward bias and J2 is the reverse bias. So the junction J2 is behaves as a capacitors of two conducting plates J1 and J3 with a dielectric J2 junction. See here, in this junction, this one is the forward biasing junction. The first J1 junction is the forward bias junction. J3 junction is also a forward bias junction, and in between J1 and J2 J3 there is a J2 junctions are present, and this junction is the reverse bias junction. So this junction is acts as a dielectric material. This junction is acts as a dielectric material, and this J1 and J3 acts as a two parallel conducting plates. See here, so J1 J2 junction is behaves as a capacitor of two conducting plates J1 and J3 with a dielectric J2. Due to the space charges in the depletion region, the charging current of the capacitor is given by, so here the charging current of capacitor is given by this formula, I is equal to C into dV by dt, where dV by dt is the rate of change of applied voltage and C is the junction capacitance. From the above equation, if the rate of change of the applied voltage is larger, that leads to increase the charging current, which is enough to increase the value of alpha. So the SCR becomes turn on without gate signal. Without gate signal. However, this method is also practically avoided because of it is a false turn on process, and also this can produce a very high voltage spikes across the SCR. So the SCR will be considerable damage to it. See here, this due to this, there are J1 junction and J3 junctions are two parallel conducting plates, and in between J2 junction is the reverse bias junction, and in this reverse bias junction is acts as a dielectric material here. So the capacitance of this material is given by this formula, I is equal to C into dV by dt. dV by dt is nothing but rate of change of applied voltage, and C is the junction capacitance. But dV by dt method is practically not used because of it will damage the SCR. Now next triggering method is the gate triggering method. This is the most important method or most widely used method of SCR. This is the most widely used SCR triggering methods. Applying a positive voltage between the gate and cathode can be turned on a forward bias thyristors. See here, when we apply the positive terminal of battery to anode and negative terminal of battery to cathode, so J1 junction and J3 junctions are forward biased. J1 junction and J3 junctions are forward bias, but SCR is turned on only when J1 junction, J2 junction and J3 junctions are forward bias. At that time SCR will be turned on, and applying forward biasing, so J1 junction and J3 junctions are forward bias, but J2 junctions is the reverse bias. But J2 junction is the reverse bias. So to convert J2 junctions into forward bias, for that purpose we apply here the gate terminal to the positive terminal of battery. See here, applying a positive gate voltage between the gate and cathode can turn on a forward biased thyristors. When positive voltage is applied at the gate terminal, see here, positive terminal is applied to gate terminal. Positive terminal is applied to gate terminal. Charge carriers are injected in the inner P layer, thereby reducing the depletion layer thickness. When apply the positive terminal of battery to gate, then the J2 junction is converted into the forward bias and SCR will be turned on. See here, as the applied voltage increases, the carrier injection increases, therefore the voltage at the which forward breakover occurs. See here, when J1 junction is forward bias and J3 junction is forward bias and J2 junction is reverse bias, so there is necessary to convert J2 junction into forward bias. For that purpose, here apply the gate terminal, positive terminal of battery is connected to gate. Due to this applying positive terminal to the gate, then this P connection is applied to positive. So due to this the J2 junction is converted into the forward bias. J2 junction is converted into the forward bias, and there is a condition is that to turn on SCR, all the junction is converted into the forward bias. So J1 junction, J2 junction and J3 junctions are converted into forward bias by applying this biasing and applying this biasing. There are three types of signals are used for gate triggering. First one is the DC gate triggering, second one is the pulse gate triggering, and third one is the AC gate triggering. There are three types of gate triggering methods. First method is the DC gate triggering, second method is the pulse gate triggering, and third one is the AC gate triggering. Now we will study the first method is the DC gate triggering. This method is called as the DC triggering method because here the applied voltage is in the form of DC. Applied voltage is in the form of DC. This method is called as the DC triggering method. Due to this DC triggering method, due to this DC triggering method, a DC voltage is proper polarity is applied between the gate and cathode. Proper polarity is nothing but positive terminal of battery is connected to P and negative terminal is connected to N. A DC voltage of proper polarity is applied between the gate and cathode. Gate terminal is positive with respect to cathode. When applied voltage is sufficient to produce the required gate current, the device starts conducting. So, due to this device starts conducting. One drawback of this scheme is that both power and control circuits are is in the form of DC. There is no isolation between the two. See here, this power supply is also DC power supply and this power supply is also DC power supply. So there is no isolation in between two power supply. Another disadvantage is that a continuous DC signal has to be applied. So gate power loss is high. Here the continuous DC signal is applied to the J2 junctions. Now the next triggering method is the pulse gate triggering method. In this method, gate is supplied with a signal pulse or train of pulses. Here due to the gate pulses, pulse transformer is applied. The main advantage of this method is that the gate drive is discontinuous or does not need continuous pulses to turn on the SCR, and hence gate losses are reduced in the greater amount of by applying a single or periodically appearing pulses. For isolating the gate drive from the main supply, a pulse transformer is used here. See here, pulse gate triggering. In pulse gate triggering, there is a in gate terminal there is a pulses are applied. In gate terminal there is a pulses are applied. See here we apply DC supply, but instead of apply DC supply, pulses are applied to this junction by using pulse transformer. Here the output of pulse transformer, these are the pulses and these pulses are applied to the gate terminal of SCR. In this method, gate supplied with the single pulses or train of pulses. This is called as the single pulse and this is called as the train of pulses. Here this train of pulses is applied to the gate terminal of the SCR. For that purpose, see here, for isolating the gate drive from the main supply, pulse transformer is used to supply the train of pulses. For that purpose, pulse transformer is used here. So this is the second method of pulse gate triggering method. In pulse gate triggering method, pulses or train of pulses are applied to the gate terminal of SCR. Here lecture number 2 is completed. If any queries related to lecture number 2, then you will ask.